Hi guys! This week's video is a commission I did of somebody's Pokemon trainer OC. If you don't know what a commission is, it's when you pay somebody to draw something for you. So yeah, I guess I should say commissions are open, and if you're interested, message me and we can maybe work something out. Now to talk a little bit about the art, this was entirely digital from start to finish. I sketched it out in Photoshop with my tablet, then brought it into Medibank Paint Pro to do the line art as you're seeing here, and then brought it back into Photoshop to finish up the coloring. So one thing that was really interesting about this picture was that I didn't really design any of it. Everything about it, from the pose to the colors to the expression, those were all defined by my commissioner. So it was really interesting to work with a written description of what a picture was supposed to look like. And I was very lucky to have a very detailed description. I know sometimes you don't really get really detailed descriptions when you're working from words for commissions, but this person who commissioned me was kind enough to follow all my instructions and answer me when I asked questions about basically everything that I needed to know. So yeah, it was a really good experience, and I'm glad I actually got to draw something like this based on a description. I've only done it a couple times before when drawing book characters, and it's a lot different. Like, it's a kind of a challenge and also kind of unique and just kind of really fun to do. So yeah, I recommend it if you haven't tried it before. So one interesting challenge with this piece was making the amount of red and black work with each other. So for example, the shirt and the jacket were both meant to be red, but I knew if I used the same shade of red for both that it would probably get overwhelming and just not look as pleasing to the eye. So I decided to tweak the shade of red used for the shirt to be a little lighter, just so it wasn't quite as overwhelming. And I did the same with the shoes and the pants, as well as the scarf around the pants too. Overall, I think that really helped just make it look more pleasing while also still going with the commissioner's requested color scheme, so I think that worked out pretty well. Another challenge in this piece was doing the pose that the commissioner requested. I'm not very good with full body dynamic posing. It's a thing that I struggle with a lot in my artwork, and the pose that the commissioner requested was quite more active than I'm used to. I'm used to kind of drawing just standing poses, but I thought this would be a really good learning experience if I did the posing, you know, the way they wanted it. So yeah, I'm glad that I did because I think it turned out well. It's not quite as nice as the reference pose that I was shown, but I think it's still pretty good for what I can do. And yeah, I think I learned a lot from it. So I'm glad that I was given something, an assignment, if you will, that helped me develop some of my skills that I was lacking in. I guess the last thing to talk about is the shading. I like this method of shading I use where I shade everything in one color, and then later I go in and select each area individually and use the hue saturation sliders to change the color of the shading to something more appropriate to what I was looking for. So that way I don't have to find the exact color I want to use right away, but rather I can find the color after I do all the shading. And it saves me a bit of time, it goes a bit faster. And yeah, I think the result is, you know, virtually identical to if I tried it before, so if that makes any sense. Anyway, that's about all the time I have for this particular video, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!